Welcome
Yay.
back, everybody. Hey, Trina. Hey, Katie.
Hi. Hi.
Hey, thanks for being here,
Welcome.
everybody. I'm Stuart Cohn, ADHD life coach, Stuart, and the founder of ADHD Travel Retreats. And it is my honor, my pleasure, my delight to be back for Zoom 2 presentation with these amazing ADHD advocates. Been working so hard on putting together really a retreat of a lifetime, an opportunity of a lifetime. So we're really glad you're here. We have a lot to cover, as usual. Of course, the agenda we put together would have taken 90 minutes, but we're going to try to get it done in 15. We've got a lot of information to share right now. Real quick, you want to say hi? You want to just give a quick shout out? Please?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. First of all, I'm not sure if the chat is actually working, Stuart. Like we had a little bit of issue yesterday. So if you're trying to use chat and you can't, you can put your questions in the Q&A box. Do you think
I'm gonna put something in there? Hi, welcome, and just feel free to drop something in the chat. Let's test it out. Make sure it's all good.
Oh yeah, it's still disabled. Thanks, Pam. No worries.
We'll try again next time. Just
third time's the charm here. We'll get it next week.
You know how many buttons I clicked? I even clicked the red button that said, don't click this. And I clicked it.
Oh, well, man, there you go. That might be the problem.
I think no. ADHD, Stuart.
Yes, but that's fine. You guys can put your questions in the Q&A box and we'll just keep an eye on that. I'm Trina. I am also known as My Lady ADHD. I am a podcast host. I run an online community and I'm the founder of ADHD Social, a co-founder with Katie. And I do lots and lots of other ADHD things, but this is my number one most exciting project that I have going on right now. This is the one that I'm most excited about. So I'm really glad you guys are on this call. So thank you. And Katie?
Hi, I'm Katie. I'm on Instagram at katie.adhd, and I'm a content creator. I'm an ex-podcaster who might be diving into it, and now I'm an event planner. And then, like Trina said, I'm a co-founder of ADHD Social. And yeah, this is definitely my current hyperfixation is planning retreats and getting women together. So yeah, I'm happy to see everybody here and happy to learn more.
Cool. All right. Let's dig in. This is part 2. If you haven't registered for part 3, which is a Q&A, make sure you do. They're on your website. Oh, they're all over the place. How to register for the separate webinars, because that one's going to be Q&A. So I thought, Trina and Katie and everybody here today, that instead of starting with the day by day in the hotel and this kind of stuff, everyone is reaching out to me. And you said to you too, like, how much? What's going to cost? Well, why don't we work backwards and let's start off with the all-inclusive packages. Is that good with everybody? If you're here, and I know you can't use the chat, but can you do a thumbs up or raise your hand or I don't know.
Yes.
Something? Okay.
Cool. We got somebody that says they're pumped. So let's do it.
This is really, really exciting. So folks, we're going to start with Secrets St. James, Montego Bay. Okay. Because we are talking about 2 different retreats. Same agendas, pretty much. 2 different destinations. So before I show you the number, I want to remind you, it's 5 days, 4 nights at truly a AAA 4-diamond resort. And you're like, well, what's a AAA 4-diamond resort? That's like Michelin stars in the hotel business. These are not easily earned diamonds or stars, whatever they're called. So this is a big deal. Secrets is up there. It's up there. I want to make sure you realize that. And it's an all-suite hotel too. Super luxurious, but casual, but cool. You don't have to wear tuxedos. So nice. Here we go. The price is for a junior suite, ocean view for 2 people. So I'm going to give you the room price. So the number you see is for the room. If you cut it in half, that's your per person price. So if you come in with a friend, you cut it down the middle. Okay. It includes hotel taxes, all of your meals, your drinks, the pool, the beach, the activities, entertainment, free Wi-Fi, round trip airport transfers to and from Secrets Montego Bay, meet and greet at the airport. That'll be me. A private hospitality desk. We get there. Welcome reception, daily group gatherings with Trina, Katie, and guest speaker Meredith. And here we go. There you go. No sense in holding back anymore. So that's $25.99 for the room. I hope you're delighted. I hope you're thrilled. I don't know if you've ever been to a secrets resort before, or ever been to some beautiful, luxurious, all suite 4-diamond AAA rating resort. But I got to tell you, Trina and Katie, this is a really, really good package price.
Yeah.
I'm really happy.
I'm pleasantly surprised with it. So I'm ecstatic to be offering it at this price.
Yeah. So let's continue on, because, but wait, we also have included 2 group adventures. We're going to go to the Rocklands Bird Sanctuary, which is a nature preserve. Transfers included. It's gorgeous. It's really cool. It's magnificent. I hope you'll want to avail yourself of this and participate with everybody as a group. And
you don't have to.
Right.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because what if, I don't know, you want to hang on the beach all day, or you want to go to the spa? You can. However, just know that this is there for you to go with your new friends. Don't have to make any decisions right now, but this is the adventure. The second one is the serious adventure. Has anybody ever been to Montego Bay, actually to Ocho Rios, which is where historic Dunn's River Falls is located? I have climbed the falls probably 5 times, maybe 6 times. I love it. It never disappoints. It's a thrill. It's a rush. Plus, you'll have tickets to the Bar Marley Museum and lunch at the Ultimate. Do you love the name of this restaurant? It's outdoors. It's so cool. The Ultimate Jerk Center. Breads. I hope you like jerk, because there's it's an adventure for the taste buds, and they make the jerk right there, fresh. What an experience.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it's taken me back, because Jamaica's my favorite island. Been there so many times. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, in case you're wondering, what's not included? Airfares not included. You're going to be flying into MBJ, which is Sangster International Airport. Of course, it does not include items of a personal nature, like spa services. Gratuities. Now, you're under no obligation to tip at the resort. If you want to, you can tip your bartender, that kind of thing. Or if you do get a spa service, naturally. But, tips for your drivers. And there will be a guide, because I'm not being your guide on Dunn's River Falls. There is a professional guide to lead you up. Yeah, by the way, you don't climb down, you climb up the falls, in the falls. It's a real rush. It's a real thrill. And of course, mandatory travel insurance. If you are frequent travelers, you may have an annual policy. That's fine. That'll cover you. If not, we'll take care of you. I have one more surprise, ladies, to announce. As you know, on June 9th is when it's open for sale. And so what I just showed you is the regular rate, $25.99 per room, not per person, for 2 people, double occupancy. If you do reserve it on the 9th, it's $25.49. Yay!
Yay!
Hey.
Good incentive. I think that's a good incentive. That's just to help you remember. Like, I have to remember that it's I need to remember, because I'll forget otherwise. So
Yeah,
I think
put a
all
little
of you
reminder in your phone.
put a little reminder.
And look, we're trying to do this I'm ADHD or ADHD in the ADHD environment. And sometimes we need an incentive, a sense of urgency to get her done. Now, if you don't book on June 9th, hopefully we're going to sell out. But I would just wanted to kind of sweeten it up and say, hey, listen, if you book on June 9th, there's something special for you. There you go. You can buy me a drink at the bar. I'm kidding, because drinks are included, and I'll be behind the scenes. You'll be hanging with the gals. So
you're so funny.
We're so lucky to have you, Stuart.
I mean, you may need a drink after dealing with us for this project.
Yeah, you'll have a drink on me, Stuart. At the all-inclusive bar.
It's just the worry, but this is the stuff I love worrying about, because as a meeting planner, you want things to go smooth, beautiful. I'm going to be there to make sure that there's less stress and there's more convenience and more value and more peace of mind. So I just wanted everybody to know that if you were to piece this all together with the transfers, the excursions, and not even including if you paid a separate ticket price to be with Trina and Katie and Meredith, our special guest speaker, it comes to $26.58, and you can't come to any of the events. So understand that anybody who books is at the hotel already. They can't participate in anything that you ladies are doing with your tribe, with your group. So I just want to make sure everyone's cool with that. Okay, now we're going to switch gears, and we're going to talk about Royal Beach, Punta Cana, which is in the Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic is pristine, absolutely gorgeous. I'm curious, anyone here today ever been to the Dominican Republic? Give a whatever.
Raise your hand.
Raise your hand.
Yeah,
There
raise
you
your hand. Has anyone been to the Dominican?
Yeah, I see a couple of raised hands. Hopefully,
Wow.
hopefully you agree that it's a beautiful island. 3 raised hands. 4, super cool. So
Some
here we
people
go.
Change their minds.
Now understand, this is January. What's January in the travel business? That's when everybody wants to get away on vacation. However, we were still able to negotiate a special group package. So you're still not going to be paying what everybody else is paying. And the rates are going to be higher because of the seasonality of it. So don't be scared. It's still going to be phenomenal.
Not much higher.
It's not much higher.
Yeah.
And let me just elaborate that in this case, there are 2 different categories of rooms. They're both junior suites. And you can choose from the tropical view or the partial ocean view. Once again, friends, these are per room. This is double occupancy. So if you cut that number in half, if you're coming with a friend or a partner, which we'll talk about later, then you can divide it up, that kind of stuff that way. Okay. So I think these are also really, really great rates, especially for the time of the season. And I only have a certain allocation in each category. So it's first come, first serve. All right, let's move on. As a reminder, what's included? Same thing as at Montego Bay. Hotel taxes, all your meals. And by the way, there's multiple restaurants. And I failed to mention, but I will, that in Montego Bay, I mentioned in the first presentation that you have access to Dreams. Well, there's no Dreams in Jamaica. Hello, Stuart. There's a Dreams resort right next door in Punta Cana, Trina and Katie, so that you and your guests can float back and forth. But in Montego Bay, it's called Secrets Wild Orchid. So there is another resort right there, really super upscale resort too. So you get to use anything, the restaurants, the beach, the pools, super cool. So I just want to clarify that. And there's multiple restaurants too. Once again, round trip airport transfers from and to Secrets, meet and greet, private hospitality desk, welcome reception, daily group gatherings, just like Montego Bay. Because we don't want you to feel like you're missing out on something in the agenda, because we really want to duplicate it, of course. But the group adventures, of course, will be different. We're on a different island, different destination, different country, and we're going to reserve this for a surprise. This is a lot of information, but soon enough, we're going to finalize which 2, because we've had so much input already, right, Katie? You're getting so much feedback. Some people want to do this, people want to do that. Some people say, I'd rather do this. We'll figure it out, and we're going to announce. But we've already baked it in. It's already in the price, right? So there's not going to be any additional cost. Examples of what's not included: you'll be flying into PUJ, which is Punta Cana International Airport. Of course, items of a personal nature, gratuities, and the travel insurance. Yep, same opportunity. If you're ready on June 9th, it's the same deal. Instead of paying the special rate I just showed you, $3,049 or $3,299 per room, we're able to knock $50 off. There's a little incentive, motivator. Get her done. Get it on the books. Start packing.
You don't want to pay that ADHD tax on June 10th.
Oh no, yeah, ADHD tax.
I'm just kidding. I would definitely, that would be me, like right before booking at the very last minute. So don't do that. Don't be like Trina.
Set your reminders. Hey Siri, set a reminder for June 9th.
There you go.
Oh, she's
Exactly.
listening.
And just a reminder that once again, it's everything we've talked about here. It's exclusive for people who book through Get Lost Retreats, ADHD Travel Retreats. Just so you know, anyone who's at the resort cannot attend any of these special events with us.
Hey Stuart, will there be a payment plan option?
There actually is going to be, everyone will have the option to pay a deposit and then final payment.
So it is broken up a little bit.
We can break it up. Absolutely. That's a great question. Yes. So you can break it up. Okay. Now, I just want to run through some next steps. Absolutely tell your friends and groups, because if you are in a group, maybe some kind of an ADHD social group, ADHD social, or any other group, community,
Facebook group, Reddit.
Facebook. I mean, what an opportunity to meet people, maybe that you met at conference, or, and then I'm talking to the ADHD community, but in general, to meet them in person, another lady for the first time ever, and really bond and connect. So in case you hadn't thought of that, please be sure to come to our June 7th final Zoom call. It's a Q&A, ask us anything. And of course, we'll have a bit of an agenda to go through more stuff about the hotel and the day by day, which of course, we don't have time to do today. But I always build in an overly ambitious agenda. Make sure you're getting Instagram updates from Trina and from Katie. And if you haven't yet signed up to be on this specific email list, please go to getlostretreats.com. You'll see an option there to put your email address in. So and we'll send reminders too. You'll send a reminder out. Hey, June 9th is tomorrow. Make sure you.
Not too many. I try not to overwhelm you guys, but yes, you'll get some emails just reminding you of dates and stuff like that that's coming up.
Cool. And please watch for details as well of how to reserve, how it's going to work on Friday. Don't want to overwhelm everybody right now. At least be in that decision-making process, talking to family and friends about, are you going to do this? Which date? And, you want to tell them about this?
The ADHD social?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm a slow reader. I was like,
I know, me too. I was trying to catch up. Yes, so Katie and I are the founders of ADHD Social. It is a private online community for ADHDers. We have a very limited free version, and then we have a paid version, but everybody that comes on the retreat is going to get full access to the paid version, but also we're going to have a private group in there just for retreat members so that we can connect and talk and hang out before the retreat even starts. We can have Zoom calls and happy hours and do some little activities before this thing even gets kicked off, so you can actually get to know people before you get to Jamaica. So that's a really big piece of this puzzle that we just want to let you know that's included. So you'll have a private group of just us, which I'm excited about.
A great opportunity with other people.
Also, ADHD Social also has like body doubling sessions, coaching Q&As, a book club, like all of that is included. And that's like a lifetime free membership that you guys would get just for being retreat members. So
I love this.
We're really excited about that.
I will tell you, everybody, the opportunity. I don't know if you've ever done a group. Has anybody ever gone on a retreat before like this? I'm just curious. Let's see a hand up if you've ever gone on any kind of a retreat, not a business meeting.
I would love to know that too.
This is not a business meeting, and this is not a pure vacation.
Yeah.
This is a morph, but it leans more heavily on the leisure side, the vacation side, and that's why it's hard to do it. What does every day look like? Because I'm jumping the gun here. We'll get to this. We want it to be yours. We want it to be fluid. We want you to come and enjoy it. And if you want to go chill on the beach, if you want to go take a walk, if you want to go back, take a nap, if you want to come do yoga with some new friends you made, or do some breathing exercises that you've learned, or hang out with Trina, Katie, or Meredith, you can do it. There's no rules.
Yeah, super flexible. I think that's a really good point to bring up, is that this isn't going to be like we're putting you in a conference room for hours and hours and hours. Like we physically can't handle that. Like that doesn't work for us. So we're not doing that. It's going to be very fluid, very fun. Like it's just going to be very ADHD friendly, which that's the part that I'm really looking forward to. And then we do have some questions in the Q&A box, but we'll get right to your questions in just a second.
Get right to it. And I was going to close off that conversation by saying the opportunity to meet virtually all the other women coming before you get there is huge.
Yeah.
Is really great. And
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
if you've never yet been in a room or on the beach or at the bar or hanging out with other ADHDers, I'm going to start to weep here, and I won't.
Very special.
Very special. Reminder, I said this on the other presentation too. If you're 99% sure, this is not a commitment, please send an email to me. You can also email Trina or Katie, so we'll put you on the priority list, right?
Yeah.
A couple of quick reminders here. Make sure you register for the next Q&A, which is the final one, last one, June 7th. It's at 6 p.m. Eastern. And on Friday, of course, we'll take your reservation. Reminder there, if you're 99% sure, no commitment, send an email. I want to share this, Trina and Katie, this email that came in. I'm going to share it anonymously, but it was a really super awesome question. And I want to address it because we had a discussion about this. You know, do we put a rule here and say, oh, only you can come? And we discovered that some of us feel either more comfortable traveling with a partner, could be family, could be siblings, could be friends. And or look how I just love this, that this serves two purposes. It's enriching and fulfilling and nourishing for the attendee, for you, and for your partner.
Yeah. This is a great, if I wasn't being a part of this, I would either bring my sister or my husband, and my husband and Katie's husband could just hang out, like have fun together. And I think that's really a really great situation, is to bring a partner or a friend or a family member with you. I think because even Katie, like you kind of would rather travel with someone because, you know, it's just that security blanket of traveling with someone. So and these rates are great for two people to come and share a room for sure.
Yep. So the answer is yes. Is that something these retreats are open to? The answer is yes. And I'm going to go far as to say this too, that as phenomenal, I think, as the all-inclusive rates are, if you come with somebody who's not attending, you know, if it's a male or a female who they're not coming to the events, tell us. And because they're not going to be going on the excursions either, I can probably shave a couple of dollars off of a little bit off that rate because they're not, you know what I'm saying, going to be attending some of the things. So
I love that.
We just want to make it work.
Yeah,
we
do.
Oh. Okay. So this is the last slide. And please give me grace for not keeping it to 15. I can't tell you the last time I finished something on time, but at least we started on time. And I want to pause because you said there were some questions that came in. So let's.
Lots of questions.
A couple people have asked about single travelers. Do we have any like single travelers, or would we be able to still attend if we can't find a second person to room with?
It's a great question. And there's a couple of answers to that. These resorts, pretty much, they don't just charge a half price if it's just one person in the room, just like any hotel. The room is the room. So I'd hate to ask you to pay that price for just one person, but it's going to be pretty close to it. The savings of just having a single room is negligible. But we can talk about it. I don't want to say no to anybody. We'll talk about it. The other second answer I'm going to give is this. What if we tried to, or you tried to, we find a match? Because if there are several people who wish to attend and they don't have a partner or friend or something to attend with, maybe we can make a match. Now, we're not going to be the matchmakers. We'll connect you, have a conversation, and say, hey, cool, I'll share a room with you.
Yeah, maybe we have a group for that. Like, we're trying to be really flexible there because we understand that could be an issue. Like, actually, Katie and I are rooming together because we wanted to, because we thought it would be fun.
Yes,
we really
booked
could
2 rooms and we're like, Stuart, what are you doing? 2 rooms for us. I was like, I'm not going to be by myself. I'm going to go
Yeah,
cuddle
like
with Trina.
I really wanted to room with Katie, and I had the option to have a room by myself, and she's someone I don't see on a regular basis. Like, it's a good opportunity for us to just hang out, and like maybe just like a friend like that you don't get to see that often. Like, I think this is a good opportunity to like call them up and show them this rate and see what they think, because even if they don't want to attend the ADHD stuff, like, and actually I think they would want to, even if I didn't have ADHD, I would have so much fun going to the excursions with everyone, and even like the workshops that we're doing, I feel like are like, they would be beneficial to women in general. So I think if you brought a friend with you, they would probably still want to attend these things.
I would love to add to that about the, like, because we are going to have an ADHD social private group for the Get Lost retreats. And so that would be a great opportunity to, if you are wanting to, maybe for example, I would say, I'm flying out of Portland, I live in Oregon. Is there anyone in like the Pacific Northwest that's going to be heading that way? Maybe try to find someone near me that would want to travel, or maybe just say, hey, I'm going to be rooming by myself. I would love to like split this cost with somebody else. I'm going to be really active. I don't snore, things like that on the post. And maybe you'll connect with someone during like our live Q&As on ADHD social, or maybe you do have someone on Instagram that you guys like the same content. You have kind of connected via social media like Trina and I, and have really wanted an opportunity to meet with them in person. And this would be a fantastic opportunity to go on our Instagrams and send them the post about the retreats and maybe the website and see what they think, because we're gonna have a great time connecting with them.
And I think Pam mentioned if we could have like a single travelers group in ADHD social, like a chat. And I mean, we are gonna have a private group there, but maybe we could start that. For sure.
You could have like a mixer, like a virtual mixer with all the singles.
Well, that's what I think. I love that. Yeah. What the thing is we understand in this community that this could come up. Like, this was a concern for us, is we really want, ADHDers. The point of going is to make ADHD friends. A lot of you might not have an ADHD friend that you feel, that you want to, that's why you're going, is you want to make ADHD friends, right? Like, we know that this is an issue, but just think about it in other terms. Like, would your spouse want to come? And like, they don't have to participate. Would your friend want to come? They also don't have to participate. Like, kind of thinking outside the box is like, who might want to come with you, but we are also open to helping facilitate some of this, because we know that this
I'll play matchmaker. I'll be like, oh yes,
no,
I don't think I know her.
Actually, I think we're gonna let them, like, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. Y'all can work it out. But yeah, I think we can facilitate that for sure. And then Stuart, somebody's asking about flight discounts and stuff.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening to every word. I'm typing in a couple of answers here.
Okay,
So
good.
Airfare, just we're not going to be able to provide the air to do the air bookings, because that's so personal. There's so many options. And while I love this travel business, everyone has points or obviously specific gateways. I believe we're going to have people coming from all over the world. We've had interest from the UK and Australia, and man, I'm good at a lot of things when it comes to travel and hospitality, but I'm only good at booking air for me and my wife. That's it. So, truth be told, please book your own air. This way you can use your credit card miles or whatever you want to do. However, there's an asterisk there. We're going to ask you for your flight details, because in order for us to pick you up from the airport to meet you, we need to know when you're getting into town and when you need to get back to the airport to come home. So we will ask for the information. And there's an asterisk there. I have to come back. A very, very important thing to share. Please don't let me forget. So I'm going to hold my finger up. This reminds me I have something important to share. So yes, air is on your own. I wish I had deals. Ain't no deals, man. It is what it is. So this is the finger that reminds me that these are international countries. They're not part of the US, which means you need to have a passport. And right now they're running a little behind. So if your passport is not valid, it's got to be valid right through travel date. You can't expire while you're there, or else you're not coming home. Well, you may want to stay in Jamaica, but you may not. be able to. So first things first, friends, check the expiry date on your passport. You've got to have a passport. In fact, when we take reservations, I'm going to ask that. I'm going to ask what the expiration date is, just in case. I just needed to.
Yeah, I pulled mine out to show Trina mine the other day, and she goes, "Don't take that out." She's like, "Put that back where you had it," because she didn't want me to lose it. So also, don't lose your passports. Put them somewhere safe.
Oh
man.
no, what happened was you said you were going to go put it somewhere special so that you wouldn't lose it. And I was like, no, you're going to put it exactly where you just pulled it from, and you're going to leave it there.
So I want to thank Jesse, who I met last night on the book club, which was phenomenal. Jesse was reminding me that I had a finger up. I mean, isn't it great? Everybody helps each other up. And one other thing I want to say is how I don't lose my passport. Passport is this big. It's one of the easiest things in the world to lose. I have a manila, I like to call it vanilla, a vanilla envelope. Look, it's this big. And it says in giant letters, "Stuart, your passport is in here." And it's in my file cabinet back there. So you put a little thing in a big thing, makes it really hard to lose.
Oh, I
saying.
love that.
Good
I
tips.
love that. That's smart. It's a
I felt
good
like
life
a time
hack. Thank
traveler.
you, Stuart.
Sure.
I love that.
Oh, I just saw this, if you don't mind, dollar conversion. Sometimes they'll take American dollars, US dollars as a gratuity. In the stores, at the hotel, no. Most hotels will allow you to do a money exchange at the front desk. I'm going to write that down and see if Secrets does that. I've been to many resorts in Cancun and Los Cabos where the front desk will do that. That's a phenomenally great question, Pam. I will find out, but I don't believe you'll need to do any money change. I really don't, because if you have a credit card, that works everywhere. Don't bother with traveler's checks. I think we probably have a really young crowd here. You don't even know what a traveler's check is, but that used to be the money of choice. But I'll the prices that are listed. Yes, Lori. Thank you, Lori. I didn't come right up and say that every rate quoted here is in US dollars. And at the same time, right, in the same breath, I said, we're going to have people coming international. So Lori, thank you for that reminder. Those are quoted in US dollars. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Note to self.
And
Yes.
Stuart, did you answer your finger question? The one that you had your finger up for the
The
Jesse?
finger was about the passport, because I wanted to say that at the other presentation, because if you need to send it in, it's up to you. You can pay for it, have it expedited, but I don't want you to be disappointed because you will not be able to get on that airplane to come visit.
It looks like there's a couple more questions in there.
Let's see. Aaron, how are you all handling privacy of images or personal information during the retreat if folks don't want to disclose their publicly? Well, privacy of images. So that's a great question. And I'm going to turn it over to both of you, because I know that part of this, everyone's going to want to share, right? Share back home and make everybody terribly jealous where you are and they're not. But let's address that, because it's a valid, excellent question.
That is a valid question, and something that we are going to definitely be looking at and making sure that it's taken very seriously. So we have looked at that, and we're trying to come up with some ways that will work for everyone with that. As far as us, we'll make sure that there's a photo release signed by everyone on our behalf, because we do post photos. But we don't have to. So anything that we do publicly on our platforms, we will definitely make sure that you're okay with photos being released before we release those. That's very important to us.
Yep.
As far as like the attendees, like people attending and the photos that they take, we are going to have to look at that and see what we can do about that.
Yeah.
So we will get back to you on that, but everyone that attends will have to sign a photo release. They don't have to sign it, but we want to know if photos are allowed and not.
Yeah, and we'll be aware of the people who don't want to be in photos, and we're strategic. We'll make sure that they're still involved.
I'll be really honest with you. It's going to be hard for me to remember to take photos. I usually am the one that gets back from a trip and I'm like, what happened? I have no memory of that. But yeah, I'm so in the moment, right? Like that's the piece of that I'm looking forward to, is being in the moment so much that I don't care about my phone. I don't care about pictures. Like I just want to experience it. I think that's what's going to happen, but we are addressing that and we will let you know how that's handled.
Yep. Beautiful.
Sure.
I made a note of it too. That's why these meetings are really fantastic. You know what I love? So much I love, but we think of everything. ADHDers think of everything.
Every
Sometimes
scenario.
to our demise, but
Yeah.
for this is perfect. This is going to be great. And I want to answer this too. Is there a day-by-day itinerary available? Need to know for flight booking. So here's what we can tell you right now. Those days, like September 20, we'd like you to arrive on that day. The only thing that will happen that day will be the welcome reception that evening. So it's hard to say what time that's going to be, the welcome reception. You know, we'd like to do it right before dinner. Who knows? We haven't really finalized that. If it's Punta Cana, you're going to arrive on January 13th, welcome reception at night. On the day of departure, which will be the 24th of September or the 17th of January, there'll be nothing planned. The night before, it would be, I'm sure you're all going to get together and have a farewell. It's like summer camp. Summer camp is over, but you'll be friends for life. We'll have nothing planned on that. We won't talk about it ending on that day. So for the anonymous attendee who asked that, the day-by-day itinerary, it hasn't been finalized yet, but I think what I can say is this. Our goal is to have a morning meetup. Every day we start with a morning meetup at a reasonable time. Could be an hour to 2 hours. If you don't want to come, you don't have to come. It's a no pressure situation. And that could include a workshop, that could include yoga, that include, something of that nature. And the rest of the day, I'm guessing without us having to put any structure in place, will fall into place, because you're going to come up with topics and subjects where you're going to say, hey, us ladies, we're going to kind of hang out over here and talk about this stuff. And we're going to hang out here. Let's meet for lunch at 12:30 at the outdoor grill. Right? So you're going to write your own plan, write your own day, and everything's going to be slow and groovy. Slow down. You move too fast. You got to make the morning last. The other thing I want to say is the only part of the structure I've never sung before in a webinar.
Stuart.
Is going to be
beautiful.
Sorry, we can cut that out. Are the 2 excursions. Naturally, they'll be scheduled on a specific day at a specific time, and everybody will go as a group together. That'll be the hard and fast thing, but you can opt out of that too. I will need to know in advance if you do not wish to participate, so that we can clear that seat for somebody else. So stay tuned for more specific agenda. But Trina and Katie, did I handle that the way we had talked?
You did. And
itinerary, like a detailed itinerary is coming. Yeah. But in general, you can be safe flying in before dinner time on that first day. Yeah. At some point. And then leaving will be open as well. So
I'm grateful everyone is still hanging out here. I just want to see if there are any last minute questions.
Any more questions? Yeah.
We want to make sure we're here.
By the time we do this one next week, the chat will be working. We promise. We're going to attempt it again. But if you have any questions, but also you can reach out to us. Katie and you can reach out to us, DM us on Instagram, ADHD Social. You can reach out, or getlostretreats.com is where you can get a little bit more information. You just want to make sure you're signed up to get the emails, because we are going to be sending like Zoom updates and all the fun surprises that we have in store. We're going to be sharing those in the email. So you want to get on top of that. It's at getlostretreats.com. You can do that.
I recently made a post on Instagram too about the retreats, and that would be a great opportunity for, if you do have an ADHD friend who has an Instagram post, to tag them in that, or send them, or tag everyone you know and let them know, just to bring it on their radar. And there is some more information in that post as well.
Yep. Stuart, are you answering that one?
I'm answering it, and I'll just say it out loud too. Everyone who signed up should automatically, within 24 hours, get a link to rewatch this, or that you can send it out to friends and family if they weren't here. We're also going to upload this to YouTube, and we're going to make it available everywhere. So the
It'll be on
answer is yes.
getlostretreats.com. You can go on there, and there you can see the recording from the one we did a couple days ago. And then this one will be in here shortly after this. And then next week's will be in there too, if you happen to miss next week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. We're
Pretty
going to do a
exciting.
10-second countdown. Last call for questions. 10,
I'm
9,
so excited.
It's so much
3,
pressure.
2. Well,
Bye,
thanks, everybody.
team.
Thank you, Trina. Thank you, Katie.
Aloha.
Bye.
Hello.
Sayonara.
Yeah, man.